Gorilla, my mistake.
Okay. I didn't know if there was a new patch.
And then we should follow it up by going super in depth on the bear versus gorilla.
What is that?
You've never heard who would win, the silverback gorilla or the grizzly bear?
I have not heard
Argument. That was an argument a few years ago, like which one of those would win. It's like, that's actually, in my opinion, a good question.
Yeah. What was the answer?
Also, sadly, I don't know enough animal facts to really have a theory.
I mean, it's kind of just, like, until we get a grizzly bear and a gorilla to fight, it's
That'd be inhumane, though. Or would it?
Would it?
Would it?
The zookeepers could do so much for science and just choose not to.
I personally think
That's valid.
that a bear is,
Stream it on Patreon.
I think it's absolutely demolishing the fuck out of a gorilla. Like,
No.
Are you kidding me? Yes.
I think at that
Like, we're
stage
talking about a grizzly bear. Like, a fucking 9 foot tall, like, fucking crazy fucking big bear versus, like, a 600-pound gorilla. Who,
at this rate, I think it's more. It can almost be come down to like who would win, a man or a wolf.
No.
Just supersize them both.
So I think, the bear versus gorilla, I think like this. Okay. A bear may start out at stronger strength, but a gorilla's going to get angrier and angrier and get stronger.
What the fuck is it, the hole?
It has at least 8 rage levels. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah, how many rage levels?
How many do you think a bear has?
2 at most.
What the fuck? Like,
2 at most.
a grizzly bear.
Yes. It's strong and scary when it's mad, but it's going to wear itself out way faster than a fucking gorilla.
My whole thing is like man punches grizzly bear, won't do shit. Gorilla starts hammer fisting the back of a grizzly bear's spine. It's probably that's going through, you know.
Oof.
Yeah, but like, if bear even slightly connects with any of its points on gorilla, it's ripped apart.
Maybe. Gorillas are tough too.
Also, bear have
Claw teeth.
same as
Gorilla have
gorilla.
teeth too.
Yeah. I don't know. Bigger weight class. Very vicious.
What's up, a gorilla?
He thinks a bear would beat a gorilla.
I think
Silverback?
I think a grizzly bear would 100%
Are you asking
beat the
ChatGPT?
fuck out of a silverback.
Yeah.
Let's pull up the stats.
Let's pull up the stats,
Yeah,
baby.
let's pull up the hold on. You know what? I will.
He's asking ChatGPT. Take it better than that.
12,000 pounds with the claws like steak knives, the bite force that could crush a bowling ball. The grizzly bear.
1,200 pounds.
In the right corner, weighing 400 pounds. Bench pressing logs for fun, rocking the chest thump, the silverback swagger. It's the gorilla,
Logs for fun.
the jungle's heavyweight powerhouse.
Is this what ChatGPT's saying?
Yeah.
What's the actual fuck? I got a science paper due, you fucks. Talk about. Oh my god. Okay, keep rolling. What we got next? Who winning this bitch?
Both are strong, but the gorilla's strength to size ratio is bananas, literally. Still, the grizzly is bigger, heavier. It can deadlift your car, so the advantage is the grizzly. Smarts, gorilla's got the brains. It could probably solve a puzzle while dodging attacks, but in a brawl, that only goes so far, so advantage gorilla, but barely. Oh,
So Levi was right?
the bear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're cutting all this out. Welcome back to another episode of DWD's Trapcast. We just starting. The 3 minutes is not been recorded, you know.
Follow up.
Introductions, go ahead.
Hey, it's Dre.
I'm Shawn.
Levi.
That's what's up. It's your boy Dubs. Let's go. It's been a while. Sorry, guys. Everyone's been busy grinding life, you know what I'm saying? But things are coming up. We're going to have a good-ass fucking studio coming up. By the end of this year, I promise you there's going to be a dedicated studio room. That's exciting. I can't wait for that. But until then, we're just chugging along at the spot. What's new? What do we want to talk about? The Switch 2. Did we want to talk about that? I really want to get it, but it's hard to get right now. But I'm seeing actually really good reviews. I talked to this one guy who has it, and he really enjoys it. And it's because, like, if you're expecting like a brand new fucking system, obviously it's not that. This is literally the Switch, but improved in every way. And I love my original Switch, you know what I'm saying? And the idea that I can play like, okay, Fantasy Life, right? If I bought this on the Switch too, I can now play this mobile. It's cross-save, cross-progress, all that shit. And so I can literally be playing this game on the go at 60 frames still. You feel me? Like, there's certain games like I would never play on the Switch. But shit like Pokemon, be able to play on the go, now running actually great, you know what I mean? Like, that's my dream, and so, like, that's why I want to switch to. But I can wait till October. October's like the deadline. When I can't get in October, it's DEF CON 5, you feel me? That's when the new Pokemon game comes out.
Yeah, that's kind of the only reason I want it.
I just put 3 and 3 together, dog. My birthday's October, so that's fucking sicko mode. Dude.
You got shit in the bag.
Oh, man. What were you saying? You want to switch because of what?
That's
Pokemon?
the only, yeah.
Same. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the Mario Party, the Mario Karts, like, those are nice perks, but that's not why I'd buy the system. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love those games to death, but no. Like, Kirby Air Riders, that's actually another game that, like, I'm really excited to have a Switch for, because, like, the first one was such a nostalgia. We were just talking about how the GameCube was one of my favorite systems. Probably is. And, oh, man, I don't know. What would your favorite system be?
I'm not gonna lie, probably nostalgic factor, either the Super Nintendo or the Nintendo 64.
See, I was gonna say GameCube's a sure-in, but I'm almost gonna say the DS.
PS2 for me. PS2 had so many games, it's crazy.
Fair enough.
We did play the DS nonstop on
The,
the bus.
I'm saying the DS is way more of a staple in my life, and if you include like the 3DS in that line, like of course in that, but like the 2DS, even the the DSi, all that shit, like that was the system for me. Ooh,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, probably PlayStation 2. As like
Maybe
a
even the
close
first
runner-up.
PlayStation, just as I've one game, Legend of Dragoon, that like
Not
has
even-
such heavy, good nostalgia value.
oh,
that,
you
like,
asked me to see if that
That's
was
a
on the
GameCube.
PS Store too, didn't you?
yeah,
I'll look that
that's
up
like
later.
top tier. My favorite game for.
I'm not even meaning this as
My
like
whole life.
a mean thing, but like you guys are a little bit older, so I get the PS2 being that, you know what I mean? Because it's nostalgia. That's why I was like, even the GameCube may not, I think it is, but I know I have such love for the GameCube. That's what I was getting at. The Switch 2, since it has GameCube games on it, that's another really big selling point for me, because the nostalgia factor. That was the one that we grew up on playing a lot of the multiplayer games on and shit like that. PS2 was like, I don't know. We had it, but we didn't have that many games for it. You know what I mean? Like, the only games I can really remember is Monster Rancher, which I fucking love.
Yeah.
Like, that got me into the Pokemon fucking, the monster raising farm sim games, like Room Factory and all that shit. Like, I love that itch.
Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4, I remember. Obviously, GTA. I remember playing San Andreas the most on there.
Dance Revolution.
We did have DDR on the mats.
One thing I will give a GameCube over PlayStation, y'all had just base 4 controllers. PS2 you needed a multi-tap.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
true. I don't even think I know we did have it, but we never fucking played 4-player on the PS2. I don't even know what game I would be able to play that.
The only one I can think of off the top of my head is Medal of Honor, Rising Sun.
Okay.
There was Ratchet and Clank, or Ratchet Deadlock, and the Shadow the Hedgehog game. I'm pretty sure was actually 4 players. If
Yeah,
you got
one
the
was you
co-op.
could play it on the GameCube, which is why the GameCube's together.
Great, Twilight Princess was on the GameCube, right?
It was.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
I played it on the Wii for the first time.
I played it on the GameCube.
I played with nunchucks.
See, I specifically
sucked.
remember because Mom had the GameCube Zelda, you know, as her decals or whatever.
Yeah.
But like when Alex was talking about the fishing game, this guy always blew my mind because he was talking about how the motion controls for the fishing fucking suck.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you mean motion controls? It was on the GameCube, you idiot. He's like, it was
Motion
on the Wii.
sensor.
I was like, what?
The motion sensor just for like the weird fruit thing right at the beginning weren't that great.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of that.
That's why I could never get into Skyward Tree on the Wii was because of that bullshit. But now that it's on the Switch, I want to play it because I heard that's one of the
Skyward
top.
Sword?
Yeah, Skyward Sword. Yeah, I heard that's one of my top 10 Zelda, well, top 5 Zelda games type shit.
I did enjoy it, and now that
Dude,
it's
how
on
do
the
you
Switch, I
feel
bet
about
you
that
it's
one?
going to be
I like it.
You like
I've never
Skyward-
I've never gotten to beat it.
Tree?
I've only
What
played
is
it a little bit.
Skyward Sword?
But it was it was pretty cool. One of my cousins had it. I never owned it. So
Damn it.
I was never big into the Wii because I didn't like the
Yeah. I feel like I played the Wii a lot. I didn't like the motion controls either. You know what I'm saying? The games I played were games I didn't use motion controls.
It was definitely an underrated system in my opinion because now I
The
look
Wii?
back and yeah,
It's one of the most top selling systems of all time.
I think in my opinion I kind of slept on it. Like I didn't like it in the time that it was popular because I was like the motion control things kind of suck and they're wonky. But now I look back and I'm like, damn, a lot of the games that I did play were really fun and they're fun to break out at a party, like Wii Sports.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Smash Bros.
Obviously,
Conk is bad for a day.
Yeah.
It's not on the Wii.
Oh no, but like fun things to just bust out.
Did they, for the Wii, there's this game, I want to say it's called Red Steel. It's a shooter and sword fighting game.
Okay, that's
Where you're like I don't remember the specifics, like you're either Yakuza or fighting Yakuza, but I remember that being like really fun. Because that was one of the ones where it's like, oh, for the motion assist for this, dope as hell.
That's what I was gonna say though. During the Wii cycle, they had like a mid refresh with that Wii Motion Plus, and like the controllers were getting better. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't as shitty. Like I thought when the Switch came out, I was like, whoa, it feels like the Wii had better motion controls than the Switch does. You know what I'm saying? I hate the Switch motion fucking controls.
Switch sucks.
Like, that's why with Mario Party, I turned those games off immediately. I don't want to play these fucking dumbass. Like, specifically when you're playing with a computer, that's the thing. If there's 4 players playing, I'm like, fuck it, I'll play the motion controls, I don't care. But when you have a computer who just automatically aces it, but your Joy-Con fucking just fucks up, you know what I'm saying? You're flat, but it's showing you shaking. It's like, dude, I'm gonna lose this then. Like, it's impossible for me to fucking win. And it's like, oh, it's just a... But no, that shit adds up when you're playing a mini game every fucking... You know what I'm saying? And every other one's a motion one.
It was kind of annoying because for a while there, a lot of the systems were doing the motion control thing. Like,
I know.
I remember in PS2 games, you'd be sitting there playing and they'd be like, oh, you need a fucking... whatever the fuck it was called back in the day to access this part of the game. And it was like...
The gyroscope expansion or some shit.
Yeah.
Like the 64 had the Rumble expansion pack. That's funny as fuck.
I actually had that shit.
The first PlayStation.
I did too.
I had rented Ape Escape trying to play
That's
it.
a fun one.
But I couldn't play it because that was before the analog sticks were like the go-to.
Oh, yeah.
They just had the D-pad. And you needed the analog sticks to play Ape Escape, but I was so pissed.
I had that same problem when I was a kid. My
That's why I
dad
couldn't
brought
play
home...
Majora's Mask.
Really?
I didn't have the pack.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
What pack did you need for Majora's Mask?
You needed the red Rumble pack to...
Why?
Because, like, the black one was, like, 32-bit or some shit, and it took it up. It, like, doubled it, pretty much. And some games were just made under that format.
I don't ever remember Majora's Mask playing on 64. I played Ocarina of Time. Did you need it for that?
No, not for
I was just saying,
Ocarina of Time.
I know we had the gray Rumble pack. I don't know which one that is, but actually that may have just been the memory card.
And then the Rumble pack was a whole nother thing. Like, some games needed that because they made the fucking controller vibrate and shit, and, like, tell you when certain things were nearby and shit.
The mic for Hey You Pikachu.
Oh my god, dude. My older brother had Hey You Pikachu, and that game was so fucking, like, actually bad.
Yeah.
You'd, like, scream, like, please do the fucking thing, and it's like...
Dude, I grew up with a lisp. That game, I didn't get that.
Nah. That's fun. We had the game, and I know we had the mic at one point, but we never got to play it properly because the mic was always lost.
I tried it 3 separate times, and every time it just was not registering what I was saying. And they're like, we hear noise, but those aren't words. It's like, fuck you. Yeah, they are.
Pokemon Snap was a lot of fun.
That was an OG one, dude.
Pokemon Stadium was really
Stadium
cool.
1 and 2 even. I don't care. I like them both.
Donkey Kong 64 kicked ass. Like...
I'll take it or leave it. I didn't hate it, but it's not one of those ones I love.
So seeing Donkey Kong go from like 2D to Donkey Kong 64 was cool as shit.
See, I never played any other one besides 64, I feel like.
Fair.
But this new one on the Switch 2 looks fucking fire, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie, it also looks kind of cool after watching some more shit.
I was gonna say, they did a new 17-minute one, and that was the one where I was like, oh, I actually want this game now. Before I was like, fuck that game. But it's like an open world-ish Donkey Kong, like Mario Odyssey. It's obviously the same team, but like, once I seen that, like, oh, you're gonna have 4 different forms of Donkey Kong, right? The girl transforms you and shit. I was like, oh, they're gonna go more in depth than this. I thought, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get to terraform shit. You get to have these different forms to reach the different areas of the map and shit. It's like, this is looking kind of cool, actually.
They gave him Gear 4.
And like, what's up?
I never got to play any of like, is that the mainstream games that I never got to play? I haven't played a single Donkey Kong.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know other than the 64. I don't know what other ones there are. You know what I mean?
But then I have like ones with like weird names, like Pokemon Puzzle League I was talking about the
Yeah,
one time.
that's a fun one
For
though.
the 64. I'm like, not a lot of people know that one. Was it fun as hell? Yeah. Did it have almost nothing to do with Pokemon? Also, yes,
Yeah.
but it was fun.
No, right? Literally, those type of games used to piss me off at first. Like, I remember, can you remember when we bought Pokemon Picross?
Yeah.
Dude, so these sons of bitches knew what they were doing, right? Pokemon Picross on the 3DS, you had to buy this game, and if you bought it, you got the demo for the new game coming out, Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, which is like the remakes of Ruby Sapphire. They added
So
Megas
good.
to it, and the demo was good. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, bro, I have to buy this $20 fucking spin-off puzzle game just to get the fucking demo, and the demo gets you bonus rewards for when the game comes out too. You know what I'm saying? So like you sound like you're just doing nothing. I'm like, God damn it! And Picross is that like game where like it'll be like 4 in this row, 4 in this row, and you have to make the dots. It's kind of like Sudoku but with the dots, and then it ends up making a picture. And it's a puzzle game because like each row has numbers, and then just like that you kind of like Minesweep, you know, reverse Minesweep-ish. And then it was the pictures made Pokemon faces, and that was the crossover. It's like, bro, fuck.
I don't know what weird
I
pack I
enjoyed it.
got, but I remember way back when I got, it was a Now CD, it's either Now 3 or Now 5. That's how fucking old I am. But it came with a Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage demo.
Dude.
And I played that demo so goddamn much.
Do you remember, we used to get the magazines too that had like the demo disc for shit, and it'd be like for the 360, and it had like 8 games on it. You know what I'm talking about? You remember that? It was specifically-
It had Siege on it.
It had a Naruto game on it too, but we weren't into Naruto then. I remember the Naruto game, but like this was back in like when we lived in the New Windsor house.
Yeah.
I remember getting them a couple times. It'd be a gaming magazine that came with a demo disc, but
Back when gaming was fucking cool.
not for real though. You would
When they
never
were like,
see it.
here's a
Back when
free
people
P-
got magazines.
Now I'm expected to fucking pay for the premium tier of PS Plus just to get access to fucking 2-hour demos. I'm like, you guys are some sons of bitches right here. But they don't call it demos because it's not. It's 2-hour trial of the game. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck you. And the thing that really blows me about it is that that feature is locked only for certain games. If I got the trial or whatever for all games, cool. That I see that as a feature. Then it's for the selected games they choose. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck this. This isn't what.
Trial also implies that, like, with the demo, you can replay the demo.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you replay the trial?
I don't no. It's only 2 hours, and it counts it down. So like, if you play 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying, leave whatever. But it's like,
If you're on your phone.
yeah, good luck. don't doom scroll while you're loaded. You know.
Demos used to be cool as shit. I had the Ripto's Rage one, I'm pretty sure. I
Did you
don't
have the
remember.
one that was the Badlands, right? That was the level?
Ours was the skateboarding one.
Oh.
There was like a skateboarding level.
Are you sure that wasn't Year of the Dragon?
It probably was.
Year of the Dragon had a bunch of skateboarding levels in it, I recall. Well, Ripto's Rage might
Shout
have
out James for the tattoo. He deserves all the love for the new Marceline.
There's no light on it, unfortunately.
Well, I guess if you know, you know. Over here,
too. Ripto's Rage did have a
Little better, I don't
skateboarding level, I think.
you hit it.
You had to get these little lizards that
I
were
fuck
trying to
with the
run away.
Marceline tattoo. That shit's hard.
Every piece that James does, I fucking in love with it, dude. Like his art style is really good, and he does color well. You know, like I never thought I was gonna get a color tattoo until James. I was like, okay.
I always wanted colored tattoos because
I just thought, I don't know, I thought I wouldn't look good with it, I guess, you know? And then his work is just fucking good, where I was like, oh, this doesn't look shitty, you know? All I've ever seen is shitty fucking trailer trash tattoos, realistically. And so, I'm like, oh, okay.
I always hated how a lot of people I grew
No, it
up
was really
around
dry.
only had like gray, black
I'm trying to remember
tattoos.
if Ripto's Rage
I-
had
this is-
skateboarding levels.
This is kind of a I don't know, narcissistic fucking thing. But in jail/prison, right? Everyone would consistently compliment me on tattoos. You know, everyone else's tattoos are shitty in comparison. Like, not even being a jackass, they're just plain dog shit. I'm like, dude, I can't believe you have that permanently. That would suck to have. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, when I kept doing that, like, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep going to James when I come home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew it was good, but like that made it forced it. I was like, oh yeah, there's shitty options out there. You know what I mean?
Did you tell anyone that would make a nice cover-up?
Yeah, that's crazy. That guy's got some jokes that are wild. Hit me with the color, folks.
I had a really shitty tattoo under this at one point in time, and you can kind of still see it right there.
I have one shitty tattoo, and it's that flash sale one we got, the ghost. But that's all right. I'll get over it. And like, it's a memory though. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not bad enough where I'm like, oh fuck, I wish I never got it. It was more of that like, the line work could have been better, but it was also a flash tattoo. You know.
That's how I feel about the one on my leg. Like, I don't know. I hate ink spots.
Yeah.
Where you can tell they just kind of like filled in a spot and it kind of looks like a dot, I guess.
I just hate thin lines. You know what I mean? Like, go over that bitch a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is perfect sizing, but like I said, the outline of that ghost, it feels like it's fading already. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh hell.
The one I want to get covered up is all black.
What is it? You don't have to show it.
That's that one. But it, like, it's not symmetrical. It's supposed to be symmetrical. So that bothers me. But
Yeah.
as for a bell, like our realm symbol deal, got that. Years later, they changed the realm symbol.
You guys are dicks.
I wasn't a part of that.
Like,
I literally got it tatted for you fucks. The new symbol's completely unrelated. You can't even add on to it to make it
a
right.
bad, not even symmetrical tattoo for y'all.
Fuck.
Symmetry was the key thing.
Yeah, that's kind of
Symmetrical
nuts.
in every access. But it's like, now we're going to make all these sides different.
See, I got a tattoo right now. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about it, but I've talked to him about it, so I won't. I don't. Bad. Anyways, it's this mom one, right? I love this one because my homie did it. He was at an apprenticeship, and it was the first one he ever did that wasn't on skin and shit, and he did it for free for me and shit like that. So like, I love it and all that, but I want it more cartoony, you know, like vibrant red type shit, and then also. So when we did it, like I said, it was his first time, so he didn't think about this. We put the stencil on while my arm was like this, you know what I'm saying? Not while it's up resting. So when it's up resting, it looks weird, you know what I'm saying? Which I really don't care like that, because like I said, it's still a really good memory like that. If it stayed like this the rest of the way, I'd be okay with that. But to fit like my sleeve better, I want it to like be super bright and vibrant, you know what I mean? Like yeah.
I want to get a golden sculpture tattoo. Like,
What is that? The spider from?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's the one you collected. I was gonna get 2 different kind of bug things going.
453 Riddler trophies tattooed on my back.
Do it. I wanted to do
Those gloves are going to be a bitch with the hand ones.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Would you get a
about.
hand tattoo? I guess you got that. That counts-ish.
I don't know if I'd want to fill in this area at all.
I seen this
but
one on Reddit. I just
feel
wanted to straight up steal.
I'd have to fill this one eventually. Yeah.
I need more.
Right? It's an addiction for real. I love getting it. But it's...
I like this one, but it's so small.
I also like that a lot. I wanted to ask you what it's from. If anything, like...
Soul Eater.
Okay. I started it, but I never...
But even if you don't understand it, it's still like...
That's what I was going to say. I liked it, and I didn't know what it was from. Fuck, me and Alex watched like half a season of it because those seasons are long, right?
I think so.
I think
it's
like
honestly been a long time.
I'm pretty sure those seasons, like she turns, fuck, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Spoiler alert.
Right? There's like a cat one, right? There's a cat in it that talks,
Yeah,
and then the dude's a weapon,
witch chick.
Oh, right. Yep.
and the dude's a weapon or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I've seen like a lot of it, and I'm pretty sure the seasons are like 40 to 50 episodes or whatever. But
I'm not gonna lie.
I've not seen all of it by any means.
It's
like
Excalibur
10%.
from Soul Eater. You remember him? I think he'd make a great thigh tattoo or calf tattoo.
That's what I plan on
He's
doing.
just
Is,
so weird looking. Is like
I plan on doing my right leg as an anime sleeve.
Oh yeah.
Like I have it. I want to talk to James about it, see if he wants to do it or not, or if I should go to like someone who wants to do anime. Because like his art style, I think he'd want to do it, but I don't know if he'd love to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's my problem. Is I want to get, if I'm gonna get an anime tattoo, I want to go to somebody who's like actually watched the anime.
Or fucking bit.
Yeah,
Heavy.
because it's like
And that's the thing. I know James has seen some Naruto, you know what I'm saying, and like some anime is what I meant, but like I can guess he haven't seen like My Hero. I can guess he probably hasn't seen Black Clover, you know, but I could be wrong. But like
That's my whole thing, is I want him to see it because, like,
No.
there's a difference between putting a
said-
picture off of the internet on me and being able to draw a character and actually knowing, like, the impact behind probably the scene I'm getting done. You know what I mean? Like, if you haven't seen the shit, I guess, it would make it a lot harder to imitate that into art,
Yeah.
especially if, I don't know, I'm trying to explain it to you.
no, I felt that.
I want to get like Rock Lee and Deku on the same like.
You piece of shit. That's me. No, you said that because me, or you want that for realsies? I'll rethink everything. God damn it!
Probably the most iconic moment in all of Naruto was legit like in the first season, and then everything after that's like.
Do you really want
to
him?
Rocky dropping his weights?
I agree with that, though.
You want
Rocky
Rock Lee?
dropping his weights and still getting his shit rocked.
I feel
With
like
the 8 inner gates.
I feel like Naruto should have ended shortly after that. to
But I
be
do have
honest.
2 Naruto tattoos. I could explore other places.
No, that's okay. No, I won't get my Rock Lee tattoo that I've only been journaling about since I got locked up, so I have the proof, but you don't.
No, the Rock Lee is like the coolest part of it. That's what I'm saying. Is it should have ended shortly.
No,
after
he's saying he wants a Rock Lee tattoo,
that. Oh.
and so I can't get a Rock Lee tattoo if he's getting a Rock Lee
He is probably
tattoo.
one of the coolest characters though. That's like being like, oh,
Yeah, but Drayton's like a Sasuke dick rider or a Itachi dick rider, so like do that. I hate those sons of guns.
Well, why?
Because everyone dick rides them for no reason. First off,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sasuke is such a whiny bitch.
Yambu.
I thought that was Naruto.
You don't even watch Naruto, so what are you talking about? God damn it. God.
I have seen a lot of Naruto though. Like at one point in time, I watched it. I just kind of got over it.
I don't know. The Rock Lee thing is really, I don't know. It's like, oh, I can't get a Pokemon tattoo.
I guess he's getting the Rock Lee tattoo. Ah, fuck. Now we can't get it because he's getting the Rock
No, it's
Lee.
like seems with a Pikachu tattoo. It's like, well, I guess I'm not getting Pokemon tattooed on my body.
No, that's different.
Yeah,
Because
you're being silly.
that's, I'm not saying like, oh, he's got the curse mark, I'm not getting Rock Lee. He's getting Rock Lee on the same spot I want to get Rock Lee. Like,
Okay, that's
fuck.
You could get Rock Lee doing something else.
You can't get Black Asta.
I can get.
Get a Rock Lee
Let me see your hands.
next hat.
Let me
No
see your
balls.
hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands.
No.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your other hand. I can get a Triforce on my hand.
You're a piece of shit. That's the one. That's the one on Reddit. You seen it?
No.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna pull it up. It looks fucking cool as hell. Because, oh, man, and it's got like Naruto symbols drawn into it as well and shit. I'm like, oh, bitch, I want this whole tattoo, dude.
I remember
Copy
going to
paste.
Toys R Us when I was a fucking kid. And mom ever asked me if I ever got a tattoo, what would it be? And I said, the Triforce on my hand. And she called me an idiot for
See,
doing my hand.
you should do it because the only reason I decided against it was because of this. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's
Yeah.
literally 2 Triforces within sight of each other.
It's still a pretty bitchin' Zelda tattoo.
Right.
Yeah, but most of the series has the Triforce on their left hand.
That's
You
fair.
should just get a Gyarados on the other one.
I didn't want to get the Triforce, so I got the Deku tree. Because I love the Deku tree.
The Deku tree is fucking amazing.
He teaches the important lesson that you gotta kill the evil. At the
And not
cost.
be lazy.
Yeah,
And get the fuck out of bed.
exactly. He's like, yo, come fix my problems.
I can't do it. I'm a tree.
Yeah, I'm a tree. You gotta do this shit, little elf man.
This is it.
Little neurodivergent
Those
elf
aren't
man.
Naruto.
I know. God damn it.
Chose him because he can't
The
say
Navi.
no.
Exactly.
He doesn't say words.
Oh,
Fuck, can't
Ninja
speak.
Turtle.
I know, right?
He's like,
Oh, that's
can't
just
give
a
consent.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Go
though.
kill the
Has
evil.
to be.
But like, yeah, this is probably
Whatever.
done afterwards.
Go away.
That's cool as shit.
Right? But this is what got me thinking about it. But there's a lot of,
I wonder if this is one.
now that I clicked on this, I've been
You
seeing nothing but Zelda
child.
tattoos on
Go
Reddit.
kill evil god.
Fuck, we're doing that thing where we're being autistic and having 3 conversations. Dude, one of
Does
the
this not make good content?
telling you one episode was such a shit show. It was our 420 episode. Like, there was 10 people in this bitch. One mic in the middle. It was a HyperX quadcast, so it gets the whole room. But at one point, I was like, everyone shut up. I was like, there's 3 conversations going on. I don't even know what the conversation is going on that I'm in. I bet no one at home understands. And so, like, then everyone's like, yeah, the first 20 minutes of maybe that's intelligible. After that, it's not. It's unlistenable.
The whole time you just hear muffled talking.
Dude, I swear to God. Everyone just smoking Halloween on camera. No, back then we were on camera, just audio. But that's what made it worse, because you didn't see anything. You just heard all this dumb shit going on.
You just heard a ton of noise. It's like, yeah, no.
Maybe nothing but lighter clicks for 50 fucking minutes. Like. Oh, hell.
Oh boy, I have enough Xbox points to get $1.25 credit.
What are you getting off that, Peggle?
Nothing.
You ever play Peggle 2?
No,
Fuck around
the amount
with
of
some
points you
Peggle,
need to get that $1.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's like 1,000.
Oh wow, thank you.
I bet it's $1 per point or whatever, and it's 1,000 points for it. That's my guess.
There used to be a game called I Made a Game with Zombies in it, and it was $1. And in the background of the level, it literally yelled that. It was like, I made a game with zombies in it, and it's only $1.
Ooh.
And as you kept going through the game, that got louder and louder and louder until it was screaming at you. And like the whole time, you're just dealing with things trying to kill you. It was a bullet hell game.
Oh, yeah.
And they reminded you very thoroughly that the game was only $1. Game was fun though. I'll give that game.
You guys
a
play
4 out
Super
of
Meat
5.
Boy?
Yes.
Did you see the 3D one?
No.
They have a trailer for a new one they're making, and it's a 3D Super Meat
I
Boy.
think it's out.
It's not out yet, is it?
Pretty sure it's out.
Shut your whore mouth.
Chad, look it up.
You
What
look
is
it up.
Super Meat Boy?
Super Meat Boy is a super hard platformer, and like it was a 2D one obviously, but now it's a 3D. But like it's one of the most brutal and unforgiving ones, and like it's one. It starts hard and just gets harder, and then like they do speed runs of it, and you're like, how are the people doing this, dude? Like
My buddy played that like a lot.
it was like a free game of the month for PlayStation at one point, so it was really popular for a while. Probably was free on Xbox at one point too. It was just a super arcadey game, you know.
You ever play Super Amazing Wagon Adventure?
Yes.
No.
It's Oregon Trail, but it's a side
Oh
shooter.
shit.
I
Okay.
apologize.
And it's also really fun.
26.
It's not even this year, damn it. You gaslit the shit out of me, Drayton.
That game was fun as shit.
Yeah.
I loved how
I
many
still have it on Steam.
power-ups there were and
I
shit.
took it off Xbox Store, so I got it on my computer.
Oh.
Damn, I need to get a fucking
It's
computer,
really
dude.
cheap. It's like less than $5.
But you know what's
Still get it on
fucked?
Steam.
I need to invest in a new laptop before a computer, I think. Because this thing's dying, and I need something for this, obviously. But, like, it's like, okay, do I get a good laptop, like a gaming laptop? Like, that's not the move. It's going to be, like, triple the price of what anything decent would be on a PC. You know what I'm saying?
Depends what you want to play.
Lethal Company Repo?
I could just get another
Yeah.
cheap laptop, like $300 or less type shit, because the only problem with this is that it's so outdated that it's not supporting Windows now. You know what I'm saying? I'm stuck on like Windows 11 or some shit. I don't know what they're on. But they literally said like, we stopped updating. You don't even get security updates at this point. My guy, get a new computer.
I'm not gonna lie, the starter computers that they have on like Newegg and shit, you can find cheaper ones probably for the price of like a gaming laptop that you would spend.
But
And then you can just like upgrade. Like
yeah, but then you gotta I gotta make sure I buy a board that is capable of upgrading and shit like that. Or
That's fair.
you know what I mean? Like so, it's like if I don't know. Obviously, what I've been looking at a couple ones, Alienware actually, which I know I was talking shit about them earlier, but like I said, it had that 5070 in it, and the whole build's 1600. You know what I'm saying? Or like 1698. But like, I'm like, okay, that's something decent that'll be solid for at least a year or two. You know what I mean? For me to play games at a minimum, like a respectable rate. Like,
yeah, you'd probably be fine for a while.
But-
with that.
I don't know the rest of it. I just remember that off the rip. So, but that's like down the line. Motherfucker's got to go to court next week. 2 weeks or some shit like that. Set that up. That sucks, bro. I can't. Oh, I hope they don't railroad me.
They're probably gonna.
I know, right?
They're gonna be like, nah.
I heard that the minimum that they can make me pay is like $20 a month. So if I'm in that range, dog, I'm kosher. But if they try to hit me anything above 100, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I would be too.
Because I'm like doing all my budgeting and shit like that. I'm making all my bills. And I'm like, okay, I got this plan where I can start paying off my car a little bit more because it's a piece of shit falling apart. And the sooner I pay this off, the sooner I have a good chance of getting an actual car. You know what I mean? Because I can't have 2 fucking car payments. You feel me? This bitch is expensive. I got railroaded. Goddammit.
When I was dealing with my shit, I remember I had to pay $250 to my court fines and $250 to my lawyer fines for a while.
What just happened?
It sucked.
Oh, we're still recording.
Looks good.
Did it stop recording? Oh.
God damn.
Can you do the trick where you push the bottom of the water bottle and just...
I can, but sometimes it gives me a tummy ache.
I can see why.
See, I don't know if the episode's still going or not. On the phone, it is.
Every time we talk, it lights up. So maybe
it
it'd be...
Yeah, because the mics are coming from this source, the footage from that source. So at the very worst, we have audio, just no video. But we're also 40 minutes in. We can wrap it up, or we could go for another 20.
Wrap it up.
We've covered so many important topics.
Who do you think would... Wait, we already covered that. In this...
There was something I was going to talk about, actually.
All right,
But I
so
gotta go back to
300
the
men versus a silverback riding a grizzly bear.
This is actually really cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I think 300.
Very in the beginning of
Almost
this.
200.
But there's these trials right now. Where's this at?
I hope you're not casting.
No.
This? No, I can share my screen, but no.
What's the number you think with a...
I think 250 men could definitely kill those two things. But I'm not gonna lie. Anything less than that would probably get wrecked. Especially if it's just men.
So I ain't gonna lie, this is very early in the trials, you know what I'm saying? Like it has like a 30% rate right now, but it's cool that it's even able to be done at all. They're testing this machine right now that records and plays back your dreams.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm saying, dog.
Dude, my shit goes crazy.
I'm saying.
And
I'd love that.
no one wants to listen to me explain a dream, but if I could
Well-
want to watch this, I promise you, it's dope as hell.
Even as you explain a dream, you're like self-realizing like this gotta be stupid as shit for them to
Yeah.
hear this. But I get it though, because like when you're experiencing it, obviously it's so much more vivid and real for you, so that those emotions are realer for you. It's hard to describe those emotions and make them translate when it's like a completely unrelatable experience. It's like, oh, you never free fallen from 50 foot in the air? Like, what? Like, just, what are your dreams, dog?
One of the problems though is like people in dreams like do stuff that like at the time in the dream it made sense, but then you're watching it back, it's like, why did you run into the burning building? You turn around to the building, it's like at the time it made the most sense. I was literally asleep.
That was the only way I could go. You don't understand.
I tried to do the dream training thing for so
Why are
long.
you running in circles?
to no
This is where I was
success.
thinking. I don't remember where I parked my car.
You tried doing it too, didn't you, or no?
No comment.
Yeah, we have those
No
ones.
comment.
I've had...
No comment.
Did you try that ever?
What?
I was trying to train myself to be able to control like the lucid dreaming shit, but like I can never get it ever. Like there's been once or twice I've had dreams where I've become aware.
I've
but
had
like,
aspects of it.
yeah.
I've had the ones where like, you know when you like wake up from a dream and you're like, damn it, and then you want to go back and you
Yeah.
can't.
Dude, I've had that like
I
I've had
can
that
now.
a couple times. Barely ever had that.
But some people are like, oh yeah, I can just fly and like have whatever I want in the dream. It's like, no, I can't do that.
It
Every
seems
time I
to
try to
me-
punch in a dream, it's still like,
Every time like I
Oh, no.
become self-aware in a dream, like the whole dream changes, and then I become aware again, and it changes again immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
And I've never been in control like you said, where I could fly and shit like that. That'd be fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
To be a master of your fucking dream world. Like, what are you talking about? I live out my ultimate fantasy, bro.
Every time you
What
go,
the fuck?
am I in a dream?
Try to wake me up. I'll strike you.
I'm saying though, dude.
I've definitely
What do you
like
mean wake up and go to work? I'm literally Superman right now.
I've definitely like made decisions in dreams, but I've never like
Sounds like a Rick and Morty. Am I dreaming?
I've never like changed the dream, you know what I
Right.
mean? And I understand what you mean. Like when you become self-aware in the dream, it's almost like you start waking up,
Yeah.
and then it starts shifting around.
Yeah,
and
for real.
shit.
Like literally, the whole environment changes, and I'm like, what is going on? Type shit.
Because your brain,
But I'm not in
like,
control
you're not
of it.
supposed to be doing that.
The episode of American Dad is what like made me. I was like, fuck, does that work? The red ball thing.
Yeah.
But it broke his psyche. Have you seen that?
I don't think so.
So Steve is like bragging in this episode that how like he's lucid dreaming or whatever, and Roger, or I don't know if it was Klaus or Roger, one of them was like, "Oh really? How do you do it?" And he's like, "Well, I train myself every night that I'm like, bouncy ball, bouncy red ball. So when a bouncy red ball appears, then I know I'm dreaming, you know." So this dipshit throws the bouncy ball and he thinks he's in a dream, you know what I'm saying? He just fucks with them. He tells his teacher to go fuck himself. He like kisses the girl they always, you know what I'm saying? They jump out the window because he thinks they can fly. She dies. And Roger, I'm pretty sure it was Roger's like, don't eat the last cookie or some shit, like, you know what I mean, that energy. But I was like, dude, that's like, I was like, oh fuck, I want to become my master of dreams, you know? And I tried, but like, I think I was doing drugs or some shit. Not able to, you know, have a healthy sleep pattern. Even when I'm not doing drugs, I don't have a healthy sleep pattern.
I was heavy into hallucinogens when I was trying to lucid dream.
That might help you. I don't know, man.
You ever see those memes though where it's like, I don't know, like it's like girls like, oh my god, my crush asked me out in my dream, and then it's my dreams, and it's just the most crazy weird shit. Like,
Yeah.
like just a squirrel eating spaghetti, and it's like, yeah, it's my dreams. I don't even really. They're not even good dreams, but they're fun.
And then people go, oh, your dreams mean
They're either-
something.
Right.
Not the dream tellers. You pay them and tell them your dreams and they dissect it for you.
I hate when I have a really good dream and like I try to explain it, and like as you're trying to explain it, you're like forgetting it. At the same
Yeah.
time. And it's like, why do brains do that? It's like, no, that was a good one. I know because I still feel it. It was a good dream.
If you like ever like try to like the guides for like lucid dreaming and shit and training and stuff, they all start with the same shit where it's like when you wake up, write down what happened in your dream. You'll train your brain already to start remembering your dreams more, so you'll be more conscious of them and shit like that. And then it has a, you know, your brain will more likely be conscious while you're dreaming even. But I couldn't get past that part. I was like, fuck, what did I dream about?
I'm usually pretty good at it, but sometimes it's like, I've got like, there's like dreams I've had when I was like 5 or 6 that I still remember vividly. But it's just simply because it's so fucked up. Like,
I
they were
don't-
terrifying dreams to have, and I remember them vividly. But every like fun, good dream is like,
I feel like, yeah.
trauma related to
yeah.
it, though. It's like, oh yeah, nope, that goes in the vault, that stays there forever.
Because of the thing Mom said about the UFO and shit, which she's gonna listen to this about, oh, I'm so sorry, it's okay. But that literally had me have nightmares and hate aliens forever, be scared of aliens. Because I'm like, dude, my mom says straight up, if an alien comes here, even if they don't kill us, she's going with them. I'm like, dog, I'm cooked either way.
I had a bad dream after watching the movie The Fourth Kind, and which is a movie about aliens essentially fucking with crazy people. And yeah, that was, I think that's when the alien hatred came in.
I'm gonna write that one down. Fourth kind.
Yeah.
I've heard it's pretty good. I'm
I
pretty
was
sure
a
we don't have
teenager
video
when I
footage.
watched it.
So
Signs
this is-
got me pretty good when I was a kid.
Which one?
Signs.
Silence. What's
No, Signs.
Oh, Signs.
Yeah.
I've heard of that one. I've never seen that one.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong wrote it.
What's War of the Worlds? That one fucked me up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That one fucked me up as a kid. Because, like, my mom loves sci-fi, so we watched those as kids. Like, I'm talking less than 10 years old, 8 years old. Because I remember watching that when we lived in Davenport. So we were in, like, 8 and 7. I'm like, bro, this movie fucked me up.
Yeah,
Do
for
y'all,
sure.
do y'all know why World of Worlds was like such a big thing? Because back when the original World of Worlds was made, it was made in radio times, and like they started playing it essentially just out of nowhere when like TVs weren't really that big yet. It was mostly radio, and they just started broadcasting it like a show. Just started doing it, and pretty much it started as a radio broadcast yelling out to fellow Americans about there being a touchdown of aliens and them approaching the scene, and like they didn't tell anybody that was a show. They just started playing it on the radio, and so you had a fucking ton of Americans just freaking the fuck out because they were like, what the fuck, like who do we even call about this, like what the fuck is going on, like what the fuck like, and it caused quite the shit back in the day when they originally did it. And because of that, it's pretty big nowadays. And they have a ton of different retcons of it.
Dude, that would have been wild back then.
Literally, imagine like that's the only way people have like thoughts on it.
You know what I mean?
We got it now.
I know. I cooked us, dog. The phone did disconnect. So we had audio, but no video. For I don't know how long yet. It said there was an internet error on the phone.
On that, like, if it's bad then, like, what do you even, you can't Google that. There is no Google.
You
Like,
probably
what?
didn't have a phone. Like,
Right.
the War of the Worlds, the original like broadcast, like had a bunch of Americans freaking the fuck out and shit.
So you watch the scene where he's like running down the street and like all the people running with him are just
Yes.
and they get home covered in their
Dude.
dust.
It's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, that's a terrible thing to watch when you're 6 and 8.
And I
Or 7 and
fucking
8.
there was the one movie I talked about too that fucked me up. I forget what it's called. I think it's just called Artificial Intelligence. I think that's we ended up figuring it out. But we talked about it. Basically, this parent couple, right? Their kid gets super sick with some bullshit disease, like the kid's gonna die. They pay for a clone synth of them type shit. Bring the kid home, the new kid, and the first kid recovers. And they're like, oh, we don't want the second one. You know what I'm saying? So they drive him out to the woods, throw him out or whatever. And like the mom does the whole, yeah, get away or whatever, and drives off. And he's like chasing after his mom or some shit, you know. Super sad as fuck. The whole movie, the boy's trying to get home. And I'm pretty sure it's no, maybe not. I was thinking the Sixth Sense kid, but I don't think it is. But he like gets in like this junkyard where it's all these scents, you know, and there's like a gladiator tournament. He finds out he's a robot and shit like this. It's a fucked up movie, and he finally makes it home and shit. And like I don't know, it's fucked up though.
Imagine the twist at the end being that they put the wrong kid out.
I know,
They
right?
took the robot. It's like,
The robot got home.
Then like, I don't know,
I don't even remember
weird
how that
robot
movie
logic
ended.
that like grows up and it's like you're not bleeding. It's like, yeah, I'm a robot. But 8 years ago,
But see, like
when we dropped you off in the, oh yeah, no, that was your cut. That was your
as
kid.
an adult, if I watch that movie now, it'd probably be good and stuff. I'd probably, oh, this is good. But like back then, I'm like, are you a robot? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this a thing? Can I get replaced? Do I just get dropped in the woods one day?
I'd be questioning fucking everything if my parents brought home a fucking another cut. Like literally, that would drive me actually crazy. Like, what do you mean there's a clone of me?
Dude.
How did they make, like, how many more of those are there?
Right?
Like, how long did it take to make that?
My dad would love showing me scary movies. Like,
Yup.
I definitely should not.
Have you watched Mickey 17?
I watched Blair Witch
I have
Project
not
so
watched
young.
Mickey 17.
It's
Watch
not
Mickey
good now
17.
as an adult,
I
but
will.
when you're
What's
like
it on?
that young,
Max.
it's bad.
That's why I hate horror movies, because I was forced to watch stuff like Texas Chainsaw, fucking Scream and shit. I'm like, dude, no.
Scream never got me. I watched that
Scream
one.
never really
It
did.
never-
That one never fucked me up. It was
Yeah,
the
no.
Texas Chainsaw and Jeepers Creepers at George's that fucked
Jeepers
me up.
Creepers had such a weird vibe of like,
Dude.
I hate it, but I love it.
We could not have watched Jeepers Creepers 2 at a worse time. We watched it like months before we moved into the middle of a fucking cornfield.
Dude.
And every day's a fucking nightmare coming home now. Dude. And our mom's like, take the trash out. The trash, we have no street light. It's a dump that's like 500 feet away. It's like, no, I don't want to. Take the fucking trash out. You just sprint for your fucking life out there, dude.
I watched both Signs and Jeepers Creepers
Oh,
while I was
man.
living in a cornfield.
Oh, man.
I grew up surrounded by cornfields, and yeah, that's pretty accurate.
And it's like,
I'm
even
glad
this.
I didn't watch Signs, so I lived out there.
We had a asshole dog named Chiquita. And it's like at night they'd be like, all right, go feed the dog. Because they'd be like, chin up and whatnot. Because too much of an asshole to come inside. But like, I'd be taking the food out and he'd always be barking and whatnot. Because she's kind of a bitch. You know, set the food whatnot. But I remember one night I went out, she's barking, and then she just stopped barking. And she was just looking at me. I remember like, I turned around, ran back to my house, or ran back to the house. Remembered I still have to feed the damn dog. Fucking grab the thing. I don't think I've ever sprinted faster in my life. The whole time she's silent, so the fear is just still building up and up and up. It's like,
I swear to God, bro.
fucking drop the food bowl, tips over. I'm like,
Bro would have passed
Even in
Usain
the fear,
Bolt on
it's
that
like-
race.
I'm sorry. Like I don't even remember the way. I think I made it from that tree to my house in like three steps.
Yeah.
So just boom, boom, boom.
Fucking felt that. We're gonna wrap it up. I don't know how much of this episode is salvageable or what, because like I think it was on here for a majority of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But over there it said it only recorded 9 minutes.
Okay.
But either way, we have audio. So thanks for listening, watching, whatever. We will get better and do better and be better. Stay soft.